It's 3:33. Still September 7th. So no progress. My finger. I don't feel like there's much progress, but it's because I've been looking at it. You know, I was thinking about kids and I'm lowering the wrong thing. I was thinking about kids and, you know, when they get a bruise and stuff and when they bump themselves and then they go off and once the pain subsides to a certain point, like they go off and play, right? And then they forget about their pain. And so that's what I was thinking about because I've been staring at it a lot today and I'm just like, okay, it doesn't feel like it's going down. And so I'm monitoring the swelling. And so that's what I thought about. It's like I can't pay attention too much to it, right? Like I've done what I can. I'm definitely trying to avoid busting a hole on it or something. But I thought about the kids and you know, how they just focus their attention somewhere else and they know it's just going to get better, right? Because mommy said it would. And mommy, whatever mommy says is truth. So that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I need to just shift my attention elsewhere. So not a lot of updates on that. But I've been doing a lot of reflecting on my friend who offered to edit my work. And just thinking, right, about like my intention behind my work before and fortunately, right, I still listen to MJ. And because there's always guidance there, regardless, there's always something there that needs my attention, like that applies to me, right? Even if it's a whiff of information. So I was like, oh, yeah, Yubi, yeah, she's right? There's this whole element of like not putting barriers for my own growth, right? Like recognizing, yes, I am somewhere in the middle in terms of like tuturu and smart. And my friend, she's great. She's just like, you're really smart. I forget what she says, but like I guess I'm still like that. I think it's just more me, right? In terms of just like, I know I'm somewhere in the middle, right? I'm not a specialist in something, one thing, right? It's like I said, a Yubi of all trades. When it comes to academia, right? When it comes to academics, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I'm a Yubi of all trade, right? I have a flavor of different modalities, enough to do my job well. Not great, but well. So I was listening to MJ's message about like needing to learn something new, don't hold myself back. You know, it's what you tell yourself when you're struggling, right? And having to remind myself, right, with that message of like, okay, yes, you're somewhere in the middle. No te va a quitar nada, right? It's not gonna take anything away from you for learning something else, right? What if you just happen to get better? I'm like, Yubi, your MO is always about getting better, right? Doing better, trying better, not giving up, striving for the best version of yourself that you can all the time, right? Not to say that you're perfect, right? But just the not giving up on my own expansion, right? However that looks like, right? In whatever area of life it is. I've always been one to have that internal drive, like, I want to be better at this. I want to get better at this, even though it's all over the place, right? It's this element of like, knowing that my areas of weaknesses are just a challenge. It's just how I'm wired, where it's like, I just need to get better at it, right? I'm gonna face it and push through because I've done it before. I've done it enough times to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? So I'm sitting with that awareness that MJ highlighted, and then thinking about my friend and what she offered. And so I meditated on it and asking, like, do I take her up on her offer, right? Do I take her up on the offer? It's like, so it's like, okay, how do I pair back, right? How do I compensate, right? So an equal exchange of something, right? So I asked about that too, and I got the confirmation of what I'm going to offer back. I was like, okay, I feel better about that. Like, just to make sure it's balanced, you know? That it's not just free or I know she would do it, just to do it. Like, that's just the type of person that she is. But I don't want to take advantage of that. I want to be balanced in our interactions. And she's incredibly brilliant. So I know I'm always learning from her. So I'm looking forward to improving on my writing skills and learning more about that. 'Cause like I said, I've never taken a course. I know my intentions are to kind of reach everybody, but you know, some things are going to be for some people and then others aren't, right? And this is going to be, you know, even with me and how I interpret poetry, right? Sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't, and that's okay. You know, and if I had more time, but I need to be balanced with my time. So I can't dedicate my whole time just trying to figure out poetry, right? So anyways, I just wanted to speak to that awareness of, because I mentioned I've been sitting with it and just kind of seeing what that feels like, and I appreciate the feedback, right? And reminding myself, like, okay, I don't have to stay where I'm at. I can get better at it. And this is an opportunity, right? She's offering me an opportunity to learn from her, to receive her guidance. So, yeah, I'm gonna work at getting better with my writing. Yeah. The other thing is, what's the other thing? It's about this, my attention to it. I think I'm breaking up the coping skills course into smaller courses that are, I think I mentioned that already. I think that's it. Yeah.
Hey you, my name is Yubi and I use she, they pronouns, and you've just finished watching a clip from my video diary entries where I'm documenting my healing journey as I learn how to navigate my spiritual awakening. I have learned that this experience and process is unique to each and every one of us in whatever way we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of formal mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself as these experiences unfold, and really inviting you along for the ride. Please know that there is a time gap between when these videos post and my real timeline, and also that these clips build upon each other similar to chapters in a book. So if you find yourself lost or confused, feel free to click on the playlist section or the link below, where you can jump around, check out the other chapters, and or catch up. Also, please know that you're more than welcome to check out my website, www.youbecominghealed.com, where I've gathered all of this information, my background, experience, and education to create online self-paced courses to help you on your healing journey wherever you are. You're also more than welcome to check out my other YouTube channel at You Becoming Healed, where I've entertained a podcast, including clips from these courses so that I can make this content accessible to more and more people. Please click like, subscribe, and share this content so again it reaches more people, with the hopes that other people will resonate and connect with the healing journey and the stories shared so that they don't feel alone in their own process. I thank you in advance. I'm grateful to you, and I wish you well.